Come along with us on our trip to South Dakota. We went to 2 national parks, a natural spring, and camped out for 2 nights. We are on our way to our 19th state, South Dakota, baby. Me and Jenny are stoked. You can see her there in the back seat. We have been in the car already for a few hours and we have 4 more to go. The road ahead is just dirt road right now. You guys will see in that next clip that I show, but we are so excited to take you on this next adventure. Our itinerary is full of amazing things this weekend. We have so many national park hikes and just overlooks and national monument. I am extremely excited, and maybe even a hot spring in there. We'll see if I can talk Jared into it. All right, we'll catch you guys when we get there. South Dakota so far is beautiful. We made it, baby.
It's good.
Not even to our campsite yet, just pulling into the park and we already saw buffalo. It's kind of hard to see in this video, but if you look closely, you can see tons of little prairie dogs running around this field, poking out of their holes. These guys were so squeaky and just funny to watch, honestly. We made it to our campsite at Elk Mountain Campground just as the sun was setting, so we were racing a little bit to get everything set up and get the fire started before it got too dark. This campsite was awesome. We booked it for 2 nights and it was only $40 total. And down the street a little ways that you can see behind me was a bathroom with flushing toilets and a sink. We honestly couldn't have asked for more. Is served. How's your first bagged meal?
It was really good. I kind of wish it was on a plate. It's kind of a pain in the ass to eat out of this, but
chicken teriyaki?
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
That is perfect. It's nice and golden. It's not tasty, Jenny. Let it go.
That thing's moving really fast.
Oh, it's not a worm, it's a stick bug.
Oh.
That's so cool.
I don't know if that's a plane, babe. Could be a...
Just realized something pretty tragic. I forgot to bring the mugs that we need in the morning to make our coffee with our little Jetboil off-brand Jetboil thing. So that sucks. Right above our tent is the Big Dipper. What do you think about our view tonight?
It's beautiful. Not as beautiful as you.
Aww. This may not look like much, but this tent was amazing last night. I have honestly never slept better in a tent. It's pretty small, but underneath this blanket was where all the magic was. We have a new camping mattress that I will have to share with you guys when I can pull up where we got it from and what brand it is. But the tent overall was so nice because it wasn't rainy or dewy or anything. It's actually pretty hot out, so we left the top open and we got to see the stars the entire time we were falling asleep.
It's on a slight angle, and Maddie took the good side, of course. So she was rolling into me all night. I was like right up against the side wall right here. Still pretty good for me, but...
Well, could you imagine if you were rolling onto me?
True.
She slept good too.
Jenny probably had the best sleep of all.
So we have the weirdest dog. When we give her a treat, she just sits with it. She doesn't want to eat it. She wants to savor it. So we're just waiting for her to finish her treat so we can get on the road. And we're off to Badlands National Park. For those of you that don't know, Wall Drug is actually more popular than visiting Badlands is in South Dakota. Wall Drug receives more than 2 million visitors a year stopping there for their roadside attraction of numerous indoor shops that are all connected without having to go outside. They have a little traveler's chapel and 5-cent coffee, free ice water, and nice meals and activities to do as well if you're there. I think it's hilarious that this place gets more visitors than the national park that's only 20 minutes away from it. But it was an experience. I have to say the Traveler's Chapel really caught us off guard. We've never seen anything like this while on the road, even though we've traveled to many different places at this time. It was a really cool spot. We just got back in the car from our first stop before going into the park, Wall Drug. There were probably like 100, probably more than 100 signs the last hour of the drive on our way to the Badlands area where Wall Drug is. There was just sign after sign about everything. They have 5-cent coffee, pretty good.
It's alright.
Got a little breakfast because we haven't had anything to eat this morning, and now we are headed to Badlands. Be careful. Badlands National Park. We made it, baby. On our first little hike, we took the Door Trail, which is pretty close to the front of the park, right next to the first bathroom stop. It's crazy hot out, I will say that. We left our waters in the car, so we're probably not going to be able to do the full hike. If you come out here in the summertime, it's it's the end of July right now, definitely bring a ton of water because we're pouring sweat and we've been out here for probably like 10 or 15 minutes so far. Had a backcountry sign-in journal should have been our first sign that the hard label on all trails was not lying when it said this hike was going to be hard.
You got it? Look at that. Good job, baby.
That was hard. It's like a push-up. My knees are so cut up from pulling up onto that rock.
Oh, what do you think about that, honey?
My knees. You can probably see all the little cuts.
That's awful. We should go to the hospital.
When I pulled up on that rock, my legs just slammed right into it. The saga of the knees on our adventure continues.
Look at the first.
That hike got me hungry. We have these flatbreads, we smeared it with peanut butter and put chocolate chips in it. Roll it up and have a little peanut butter chocolate chip wrap.
And check out Maddie's knees. She really
I already showed them.
Yeah, she messed herself up out there. She's a hardcore hiker.
Just took a little 20-minute car nap. Very much needed that. I don't know why, but it kicked my butt that last hike that we went on. We got done and I was so tired and so hungry, and that wrap didn't really help that much, so I just asked if we could pull over and put on something really relaxing to me, which is Christmas music, and take a little nap. So we did. Did you like it?
Yeah, tired.
Maybe we didn't get as good rest as we thought after all. We're only about halfway through driving the whole park around Badlands and going on all the different little overlooks and trails, but I can already say that I would definitely suggest adding this to your travel bucket list. The park is amazing. We're gonna add all of the little trails and overlooks we stopped at because there's so many. I think if you stopped at them all, you could be here all day, to give you a little itinerary of how we spent our whole day in Badlands, what we ate, where we took our little nap, and where there's restrooms and stuff along the way.
King of the world! King of the world! King, king, king! We're the only people here now.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we get out of the car for like 5 seconds and I'm already dying and ready to run back into the AC. I don't know what it is about this type of land, but like the deserty type area and the fact that it's 101 degrees out, and yes, I said 101, it's really hard to stay outside that long. There's people walking around with umbrellas to like try and protect themselves from the heat. It's kind of crazy, and I was not expecting this. We're just surrounded.
The Yellow Mountains, really cool, must see.
Super hot out there.
Cool.
Taylor, did you know walruses can drive cars? It's true.
We have a delicious road trip snack of Whole Foods 365 pretzel sticks and non-dairy cashew pimento cheese. 10 out of 10.
Whoa!
Should I do a jump?
Yeah,
Well, let's get about to do a jump, didn't it?
you do jump.
It's nice. You like it, Jenny? Yeah.
It's scary. Come on, just do it. I think that was by far my favorite experience of the trip. I like had no idea what that was going to be like. There's hardly any information online about it. I was trying to explain to Jared and he was like, well, what do you mean you don't know if we have to check in or pay anything? There's really not a lot of information, but I saw that there is a natural hot spring that you can get to and it should be for free. and like there's no buildings around it or anything. Like I feel like you always look up hot springs in this area and it's like, oh, all of these natural hot springs, but then when you really click on them, it's like a resort that you have to be staying at to go there, or you have to pay for a pass to go in this building and use these hot springs that have been put into a pool. This was completely natural. It was not hot, which we're actually glad because it's 100 degrees in South Dakota right now, but it was so amazing, and I feel like hardly anybody knew about it. Like, it was really busy there, but for the way that it's not advertised anywhere. None of the signs say that there's actually going to be these springs that you can swim in. And there's this cliff you could jump off of.
Yeah, it was like a waterfall pretty much, you know.
It like continued falling down, so there were different pools you could sort of sit in, but all of the ones we got in were cold. We didn't go in all of them because we did have our dog, and there were other dogs, and she's not really friendly with them, but amazing. If you're in South Dakota, Cascade Falls, you have to go there. It's so cool. I feel like it's a local secret, so I feel kind of bad telling about it, but you know.
But nobody really watches our stuff anyways.
Exactly. Hi. We just saw so many buffalo, and they were literally, one of them was so close. I think if I would have reached and leaned out the car window far enough, I would have been able to touch it. I know that Badlands is much more noteworthy and has so many more like you know, views that people talk about and want to go see and stuff, but I honestly think that WindCave, where we're camping at, is my favorite out of the two because we've seen so many buffalo, and I've never seen buffalo before in my life, and it's so cool how they just come right up to you. And we've seen 1,000 prairie dogs at least. I mean, what do you think? Probably like hundreds of thousands of prairie dogs. They've taken over.
734. I've been counting. So yeah, a lot of them.
What do you think, Badlands or WindCave?
It's a good question, honestly. There's a buffalo right over there. Look.
Oh my gosh, it's literally right by our camp. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this around.
Just hanging out.
It's hard to see, but that dark thing moving along the fence right by our camp is a buffalo. Okay, so Jared thinks he has his answer over Badlands or WindCave, which one's his favorite, and I think it makes a really great point.
So the one we're in right now, this WindCave National Park, is completely free. You know, there's no like check-in where you have to like go through, but it's like that in Badlands, and it's like super heavily regulated. You know, you can't have your dog anywhere. There's a ton of people. So I'm going WindCave because I'm more of a low-key guy, you know. I'm not the let's go do what everybody else is doing. Let's find something nobody else has done and do that. So,
I agree. Badlands was $30 for 2 people to check in, so it just seems kind of crazy for a national park where this one's totally free and we get to see way more wildlife. And our dog is allowed to go anywhere in this one, where there people are like talking trash about you, even if your dog has a support vest on it. And it just kind of sucks when we bring her along with us if we can't actually bring her along for everything.
Got some fire beef stroganoff, kid. How you doing?
How's your dinner tonight?
It's excellent day. You know what I'm saying?
Do we like this better than the chicken fried rice?
Yeah, no, this is good right here. I mean, you know, if you grew up with not a lot of money, you probably ate hamburger helper, beef stroganoff a lot. And this is exactly that. It just hits. Okay.
Watermelon. Buffalo. Buffalo. Watermelon. Watermelon. Buffalo. Of course, we had to go for a little sunset hike up this hill across from our campsite to get the best possible view of the sunset. Unfortunately, when we got to the top, we realized it was actually obstructed by a hill or mountain in front of us. But nevertheless, this hike was awesome, great way to end the evening, and we got to see the colors of the sunset a lot more from up here than down at our campsite at the bottom of the hill. We always suggest going on a sunset hike when you're ever in a new location. This is our favorite thing to do at night, and it just winds you down getting to watch the colors melt into the bottom of the sky before it starts to get dark outside. So beautiful out here. Just watching the sky change colors. It feels so nice finally. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have done this hike if it was still the temperature it was earlier when we were at Badlands, but it has to have dropped at least 20 degrees. There's a breeze and I'm feeling a lot better.
It definitely has. I mean, I'm a meteorologist. When people call me, and I can tell you this is the
Hi, campsite. Bye. There they are. Bye, buffalo. When I was recording this video, I accidentally clicked the slow-mo feature. As you can see, my mouth moving extremely slow, and so it didn't actually record any sound. I didn't realize that was happening, but what I could imagine I was telling you is that we are so excited. We're headed back to our favorite spot where we did our favorite activity of the trip so far. And we were going to show you guys where that was when we got there. So stay tuned for where we're headed this morning. We didn't show you guys this the last time we arrived at Cascade Falls, so I wanted to share this second time. I feel like this arrival spot is so sneaky and kind of deceiving. You don't know that this beauty is what's waiting for you just on the other side of that field when you walk down a set of steps. To give you guys some context, we literally woke up, packed up camp, and immediately headed to Cascade Falls. I pitched this to Jared as it's like we could take a shower here in the morning and have our breakfast and coffee right on the bank of the falls. and he seemed to fall for it. So we packed up, came right here. By the time we got there, we were very groggy, ready for some coffee and breakfast though. So we couldn't be happier for our, I still can't remember the name of this brand, but basically an off-brand jet boil that we were able to make our oatmeal and our coffee in minutes right next to the falls. I have never had a prettier breakfast view. Just wait until you see where I sat while I ate my oatmeal this morning. Of course, we had to do one more cliff jump to start the morning. It was so cold. Honestly, I feel like it set my body into shock. Like, I was tingly all over. It was so cold, but really great. Felt like a cold plunge. Like, it's gonna get our day started. We have a little dopamine hit now. And I was able to kind of try to curl up my hair. So if I had to say one negative thing about our visit to Mount Rushmore, it would be that dogs are allowed in the property, but then not past a certain line to actually go up and see the national monument. That was kind of unfortunate because me and Jared had to go up alone and take turns looking at it while one of us sat with Jenny. After snapping some pics with the presidents, I took the Sculptors Trail down to the sculptor's studio where you got to read some plaques about the guy who sculpted Mount Rushmore, and I'm not sure if this was actually where his studio was, but kind of see some remnants of it down here at the end of the trail. It was a really nice hike if you're gonna go up and see the monument. You may as well get some steps in while you're at it and enjoy the nature around the monument. I also thought this was really cool on the way out, where all of the states are listed and the year that they were founded leading up to the monument. We just picked up some Zaws in town. Headed back to eat them in the truck because we can really only eat outside with Jenny, and it's like 100 degrees outside again, so it sounds much nicer to sit in the nice AC of the truck to put down a hot pizza than out in the 100-degree weather.
Oh yeah.
How's yours?
Pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's not New Haven pizza over here, but
I haven't taken a bite of mine yet, but I just zuzzed it up with some parm. I am normally vegan, but I just recently added parm back into my diet because we're gonna go to Italy soon and I want to be able to eat parm on my pasta. So we'll let you know how it is. Pizza's demolished and we have a 400-mile drive back home now. This girl's ready to be home on her couch, chilling.
Jenny or you?
Oh, Jenny.
Oh.
I mean, I would love to be on the couch watching some travel vlogs, you know? When we're not making them, we're watching them.
We love it.